What's up, guys? I am back to bring you a recap on Growing Up Hip Hop Atlanta Season 2, Episode 2, and it is titled Secrets in the A. Now, first and foremost, let's finish addressing this annoying showdown between Toya and Reginae versus Miss Deb and Brandon, my God. Now, I must acknowledge the fact that Brandon was so respectful and so kind, and we were all waiting for the moment that Brandon would just kind of go off, my God. But he held his composure through the entire conversation, my God. So kudos and props to Brandon for at least showing us and the viewers, my God, that he can keep it together, especially in a tense situation. Now, what threw me off was that we were exposed to the fact that Toya and Reginae are stupid buttholes, my God. And clearly, Reginae's stupidity, as I stated in the previous recap, comes from her mom, because for Brandon to say that I respect and understand, Toya, that you were coming from a mother's standpoint and defending your daughter, and for her to cut him off, my God, and to say, oh, wait. Oh, wait. Back then, Reginae was turning 18 and you were 20-something, and I don't care if you're a man, I'm going to stick up and defend my daughter and check whoever. And it's like, first of all, Toya, your dumb ass did not realize that Brandon was actually giving you props and saying he understood why you did that, my God. So for you to cut him off and be so defensive seems asinine, and it also proves that you were not listening to what Brandon was trying to say to you, because he did not even get all of his words out before you cut him off. Then it threw me off, guys, because for Toya to go into how Reginae was the bullied and how Reginae has had friends who has used her. What the hell does that have to do with Reginae coming at Brandon at Zonique's shoot and saying, are you not the vocal coach? Why are you here? She started that. I don't care who does not like Brandon, but you can at least acknowledge the fact that even if you don't care for how he addressed nor what he said to Reginae, we all know how that scene played out and how it began. And it began with Brandon showing up to the photo shoot, making his critiques about Zonique's attire, and Reginae said, why are you here? Are you not the vocal coach? So she already started negative energy directed towards Brandon, and any human being, male or female, would have a clap back for someone throwing shade to them. And it pisses me off because even Reginae says, I just feel some kind of way, like a switch just goes off when somebody brings the negative energy or is trying it or being shady with me. But bitch, you were the one initiating the damn shade, so own it, little girl. And then when Reginae's ass broke down crying, saying, I don't understand, but people just don't understand me and I'm just a sweetheart. And how does Reginae's ass claim to be a sweetheart when she has attacked so many adults on social media, my God? And then she even was disrespectful to her own damn mom on TV last season, my God. Sweetheart, no you're not, little girl, no you're not, no you're not. Your ass is not a sweetheart. You're here in front of Brandon and Miss Deb, very unapologetic, not even wanting to provide an apology for your part in it, my God. Then in her damn confessionals, she's acting as if she is all high and mighty with no remorse, not trying to really own up to anything. And she even said in her confessional that she does not feel like an apology to Brandon was necessary, but she's going to do it to appease her mom and to trick her mom into thinking that she is being an adult. And I'm like, girl, this proves how immature your ass really is, because for Brandon to first humble himself, my God, and apologize to Reginae and saying, you know, you just pretty much struck a nerve. And I agree, for someone to approach someone else saying, you are nobody, who are you? That will strike anybody's nerve, my God. So props to Brandon for respectfully sharing and acknowledging his wrongs and how he felt. This whole scene was just pointless. I'm not sure if it's really over with, because Reginae nor Toya were really sincere in owning their parts, and it threw me off because I felt like this meetup was because Toya saw the footage and realized how much of an asshole her daughter is and how much she actually caused this issue to be in effect, and Toya played a strange role. And it annoys me when Toya kind of throws those digs in there as to say, but for this gets violent or for someone gets hurt. And it's like, girl, were your brothers not just murdered last year or a few years ago for being in some drama? Like, things can get too far. So why are you the one addressing it as if, because I feel like she's addressing it as if she's saying something could happen bad to Brandon because of the goons on the Lil Wayne camp, my God, and not what could happen to Reginae's ass, because Miss Deb made a great point this week and last week. You have to be careful as a woman approaching a man. Choose your battles wisely, because every man is not going to just give a shady clapback like Brandon did. There are some men who will hit, beat, and attack women, so be careful. And I just don't get why Reginae nor Toya received that. And then when Toya said that Brandon does not know her to judge her, I'm thinking, what does that have to do with this damn conversation or situation? Brandon did not judge her. And at least Miss Deb was somewhat sincere and had empathy. Well, she was always sincere, but at least she had empathy for Reginae breaking down and crying because of her hurt. Because I do feel like Reginae's hurt is valid, and she has probably been bullied and made fun of, and people have judged her, but this was not one of those situations. So I'm kind of with Brandon when he said that they were crocodile tears and this was just an act for the public, because that scene did not match up with the arrogant ass Reginae that we saw in the confessional, my God. But Reginae still, I guess, chose to apologize regardless of her not being sincere nor remorseful about what she said and did. And I hope that this is really done, because we all know that this beef is just so petty at this point, my God. And at this point, I'm just feeling like Reginae's ass is a damn fraud. Next, let's address the meetup between Zanique and Reginae. And I just feel like, okay, Zanique, little girl, I actually like you, but please shut up, stupid, because how are you going to defend Reginae and try to check Brandon's ass and then apologize to Reginae for her being in that situation and saying that you hope that Brandon is definitely done with this because of his negative energy and attitude, as if Reginae's ass does not have the same or worse behavior, my God. So little girl, you just cute, so just be cute and shut up, Zanique, okay? Also in that conversation, when Reginae claimed that she was woke due to her now being in college, my first thought was, little girl, you cannot be claiming that you're woke when you have a father who publicly made comments against Black Lives Matter. You can't get no less woke than that, my God. You are not woke, my God. You're asleep, passed out, all the way asleep, comatose. And then we found out that Reginae wants to move out of her home and room with Zanique. And my thing is, Zanique already had a tiff with Reginae, and Zanique not speaking up about her issues with Reginae tweeting T.I., my God, and calling him out and addressing him. So that is not the move. I am at least glad that Zanique was smart enough, my God, to acknowledge that her aunt told her, do not move with your boyfriend and don't move with your friends, because it's just not going to work out. So I agree. It would be horrible to live with somebody like a Reginae, my God. Next, let's address Shania and Bow Wow's meetup in the studio, my God. And you guys know I don't see it for Bow Wow on this show. He is so whack and corny, but I do have a love that's growing for Shania. So that's why I'm going to address this. But Shania said last week that her father knows nothing about her boyfriend, but then this week said to Bow Wow that she has been posting him on Instagram. So if Bow Wow has seen your post, has your father not been informed about your post? So I'm a tad bit confused by that, my God, how she has a boyfriend that she's posting publicly, but her father has no clue about, my God. Now, Bow Wow claiming that he is going to haze Shania's boyfriend Little boy, your punk ass cannot haze anybody. Stay in a child's place, Bow Wow. Bow Wow also clarified that he was only engaged to Erica Mena, my God, because last week in my recap, I said that he cheated on Erica during their marriage with Johnny Blaze, but it was actually during their engagement because for some reason I thought last week they said that he was married to Erica, but this week Bow Wow definitely confirmed that it was only an engagement, my God. And we also found out that Shania is working on her children's clothing line, my God. And I really want WeTV and Growing Up Hip Hop Atlanta to stop showing us these strip club scenes with Bow Wow. It is so corny and whack. It is not believable. Let's just skip on past that, my God. Also, it was so funny to see in the scene with JD and Shania. Did you guys gag at how much taller Shania is than her father? I mean, I knew that JD was short, but I did not know that his daughter was twice his size, my God. Now, my homegirl, Ayana, whom I love, it was so interesting for her as a young woman to share that she is interested in getting a breast reduction due to having back pains and complications, as well as wanting her size to be proportionate. And she is very tiny and short to have such humongous titties, my God. So when she brought this idea to her girlfriend Amy, I was just annoyed at Amy's ignorance and lack of intelligence for this topic, even with her being a woman herself, because I was just thrown off when Amy shut down Anaya's concerns about her back pains and wanting to get the reduction. And all Amy could do was justify why Ayana should not have the surgery, claiming that she can try another way and she looks fine. My thought was the same thing that Ayana said, like, honey, there is no other way to get your titty size down other than getting a reduction. And for Amy to just completely disregard the fact that Ayana is in pain to the extent where even Amy said, I don't care what the doctor says, nothing is going to convince me that this surgery should happen. It's like, girl, how are you that out of touch with your femalehood? Because even me as a man know about the pain that women go through due to their breast being too large. And even Amy saying many women have large breasts, my God, yes, but that does not mean that everybody's back is in pain, nor having complications due to having large breasts. And I know adults in their 50s and 60s who have had pain all of their life and have had a breast reduction. It was like, oh my God, it was such a relief. I could not believe, nor did they even know that their severe back pain was coming from having such large titties. So I support Ayana 100%, girl, especially as it pertains to the medical issues that your breast is causing you. And she is very young to have to carry this weight of the titties, my God, on her back for the duration of her life. Like, she's young. So I say go for it. Find a smart doctor, a great doctor, and make it happen. Granted, there are always side effects and possible complications due to surgery, but you kind of got to weigh your options because this is not uncommon for women to get a breast reduction due to it causing bodily pain, my God. And for Amy to not want Ayana to be pain-free makes her such an asshole to me, my God. Next, let's address Johnny Blaze's listening party that was set up by Miss Deb. It seemed to go really well. Johnny actually sounds really good singing. The song was pretty hot to me. I was looking for it on iTunes, but I could not locate it. So if you guys know where the song is, please comment down below and let me know, my God. But I will say, in Brandon's defense, it was a tad bit shady for Johnny to only thank Miss Deb for always believing in her when her vocal coach, who is supposed to be Miss Deb's son, was standing right there as well. So I'm not sure if that was due to a storyline and trying to have some ruffles in Brandon's feathers right there, or if it was intentional that Johnny did not thank Brandon as well, my God. So, and I'm 100% with Brandon for Johnny to be singing, my God, and not rapping and not thank your vocal coach who is present. That was just not cool. Now, we did also find out that Brandon wants to start his own record label, and I don't think that's a great idea as of yet, because if Brandon still has his short fuse, my God, I'm not sure he is ready to take on that big of a role, but you never know. Maybe he is a new Brandon and approaching situations completely different now that he has seen himself on TV and how he could come across. Last but not least, let's address Gucci Mane's brother, Nate, my God. Now, is it just me, or is Nate low-key sexy? All of that sexual chocolatiness going on, my God. He was hot to me, so guys, let me know if he was hot to you as well. But it was interesting to hear that Nate and Gucci Mane having a strange relationship, nor was Nate invited to the main event wedding, my God, with Keisha Kayor and Gucci Mane. But I'm not sure if we're going to hear more about that in the future because I guess Nate really isn't growing up hip-hop. But anyway, guys, that's about it. This is your recap on growing up hip-hop. Please follow me on all social media outlets. Please thumbs up this video. Comment down below in the comment section, my God. Please subscribe to my channel. Turn on the notifications. And thank you guys for watching. Bye.